We'll get started here in a second. Good morning, good morning. 1, 2, 3. And let's go right there. And let's see, what else can we do? I want to bring another watch list in before we get started. It's called the AC/DC. So we have scanners that pick up our signals and so forth. Listen to a little bit of focus music this morning. Trying to keep it nice and chill, zen-like, if you will. Especially after a big day. Try to settle down those FOMO feelings that you may have. And like I said, good morning, everybody. We will get started just in a few minutes. So please bear with me. It looks like Crocs beat, guys. Kind of figured that, especially with summer around the corner. These guys do very, very well. You guys know we've been in it a few times in and out over the year. And then Facebook pre-market lows down 1.6%. I think we did really good. So good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, or happy Friday Eve. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And happy just to be here. Yesterday was an amazing day. We had an amazing blueprint. We're going to go over two different blueprints for today. I'm going to be concentrating on the ES futures, meaning that means you can concentrate on SPY and SPX. Also, with this room, you get some really cool things, right? So you get my brokerage trades. I see some of you guys asking, well, what does that mean? Which ones are his trades and so forth? We have a bot that'll come out and tell you. But just as a reminder, really quick, small accounts, swing, and spreads. These are directly from my brokerage account. As soon as I execute them, they're sent to the room within milliseconds. That's right, milliseconds. Right? It's like lightning. Boom, it's there. It's going to show you exactly what time I paid for these. It's going to tell you the exact cost and so forth. Okay? So that is there for proof of concept. That's what it's there for, not a financial advisor. So proof of concept. So what I'm teaching you and what I say I'm going to trade and I trade is exactly what I'm trading, right? Then we have some other cool features. So under that, we have auto future trades. This is basically like equity. If I set up SPY queues, I set targets just to remind you, they're going to pop up in there. Okay, so they're going to say like, hey, up starts at target 1 or 2 or whatever. Those are just for reminders. Remember. Then we have trendy auto alerts, okay, which is the one I just went over. And then we have future trades. These also come with stops and entries, all of these, okay? So stops and entries. What I like to do, the bot's going to tell you this, but what I like to do is make sure before I take any of these trades that the risk falls within my tolerance. Sometimes, depending on the explosiveness of a candle, if we get a signal out of something like that, you're not going to, well, at least I'm not going to put the risk on. Okay, that's just me. I don't want to be chasing things. All right. In this environment, especially after yesterday's event, we digest. That's what it's called. Okay, so we digest. When we digest, I like to wait for levels. It's like basically, as I would say in the Air Force, hurry up and wait. They're always like training you to do something and you can't wait to do it. And then when you get there, you realize you're supposed to just sit and wait until it happens. Okay? So that's the idea today. Notice that I've sent you two different shots here. I did the ES futures and I did the SPY. Today I'm going to start you out with the SPY and just kind of show you what we have going on. All right. So price came down into our support level. We went over that over the weekend. We found buyers here, price pushed up, and then yesterday, out of nowhere, right, price came here, which was the green box that I showed you on the ES futures. Buyers did step in as we expected, and as price pushed through, it did hit my levels. And then today, we are doing what's called, let me go ahead and write this down for you just so that you guys can see it. That might be a little too big. And I need you to understand this because a lot of traders forget. This is called the digest period, right? If you had a big old meal, you need to rest, right? Things need to rest. They need to digest. And so we need to take this in for right now. So just know that. As we digest, there's some important things that we want to see. We want to see that we digest in what I would call a bullish channel. All right, and I teach you that here at Trendy Trading to look for that bullish channel. And as long as we stay in that bullish channel, the move is bullish. Once we start to break down, okay, below that bullish channel, I'm hands off and I'm waiting to see if we can come into our next level. All right, pretty straightforward. News is a catalyst that pushes price to one of the levels that I put on your screen. Here at Trendy, we give you levels before the price actually gets there. We know where price is going to turn around and we know where price is going to. There is a very high probability we know what we're talking about. Okay? And we do that by finding institutional demand and supply, some really cool Fibonacci stuff that I put together myself, and also using what we call trendy edges. Any line above price is resistance until proven otherwise, or you could call it supply if you want, but it's a little bit deeper than that. And as price moves down into any level I put on the screen, we're looking for some sort of support. Okay? Let's go ahead and start here slowly. And we're going to put the bands on. These are an EMA band. Mine are a little bit more complex than most out there, as they do fire off different signals for me. They also talk to my room and let me know what to be trading. Okay? So it's pretty cool. And the idea of this is as long as price is above that, we're going to look for this to be support. Now, during this entire time in here, this cloud served as resistance. So this was a trend indicator, if you would. All right, you want to continue trading this trend down every time price popped into the cloud. Okay, you got a nice little short out of it. Well, today is different. Or is it? We came above the cloud. Now, as price moves back, we're looking for support. The last thing that bulls really want here is that we start closing underneath the cloud again, right? That's what you don't want. Notice that my entry on reclaim, and this is a technique, okay, you just don't take this blindly. We teach that as well in here. We want to wait, just like we did yesterday, for price to come into the green box. You don't have to do anything. And here is where I expect buyers to start coming in. Sometimes it comes right down to my line and takes off and kind of gets you by surprise. You deer in the headlights. It takes a little time to get used to. Okay. Sometimes, though, it's better to be patient. Let it dig in a little bit. Let it digest. Sometimes we may digest all the way until the European close, which is 2 hours after market open. Okay. And then we start to get some sort of direction, either below this box or back above it. If SPY goes bid in this green box and starts to push up, please understand that we already on the 4 hour have what I call an inside and down. That resistance level comes in at or around 428.15. You can plus or minus that by about 10 cents. Okay, but 428.15 is your resistance for today. All right. If we could break over yesterday's high, obviously I am looking for the target on the weekly cloud. Let's go ahead and take you there really quick. This is the weekly. Notice that we are underneath the cloud on this. We have this really nice bullish engulfing candle. We are looking for price, if we can continue over yesterday's high, to come up into this resistance. And this is definitely an area that I would be looking for. Once again, trimming, getting rid of some positions, and just kind of reassess. Okay? Everybody clear on that? Everybody's clear, right? You know what to do here? I think so. All right, support, resistance, target. Yep, no problem. Now we're going to move over to the ES Futures. Guys, don't let me lose your attention. The ES Futures chart that I present can be used to trade SPY and SPX. Okay, it's just a blueprint. They do have different ratios. It's very easy for you to go out there on market open and see what the ratios are. When I say that, I'm basically saying the ES could say 42.30 at the exact time, and the SPX may say 42.35. It may be 5 to 10 points off. You need to know that. So if you're looking for a target, you'll know exactly what that target is when looking at the other instruments. Okay? But let's go ahead and start here with the ES Futures. This is my baby. Okay? Meaning, just like this, Okay, I gave this to my room here just several minutes ago, and you could see the prices pulled back into this box. This is what we were waiting for, just like we were yesterday. This is a pretty wide box. Okay, it's a pretty wide box, and I'm okay with that. Even yesterday's box was pretty wide. But after a big period like this, we want to know, you want to give it a little bit of digestion room. You don't want to be too picky with it. All right. So this entire area here, I'm okay if it comes in here. All right. Let's see. I have a couple questions. Can you show your TV band settings when you get a chance? Mine are set on default and look a little different. So Tex, we went over that. Let me show you really quick. So if you come into the bands themselves, you may need to reinstall them. However, Mr. I'm Smarter Than You was talking about the same thing the other day. And, well, first of all, do you have TV scripts? Okay, cool. So we're going to come over here into your bands and go to settings. All right, and see all the way down here, it's called trendy mode. Yeah, that's badass. You need to have that on yes. Okay? If you don't see it, take it off, reinstall it, and it should be there. All right, so the green box here, entry on reclaim. All right, we'll see how this works out. I just want to know, did it work after you reinstalled it, Tex? So when we come down here, I want to see if this cloud's going to hold. So see this line that goes right through my green box? If this doesn't hold, this would be my next level. As I was telling everybody here in the room today, if you haven't figured it out yet, especially trendy members, they definitely know. Wait for levels. Those who are trying to trade without any sort of system or levels, they're getting smacked. All right? So what do you do if you're just kind of almost close to a level and you want to take the trade? You don't do anything. Literally. You wait for your level. We waited, how long did we wait yesterday? We waited, what, 30, 40 minutes before it even got to the box? And then we waited even longer because it was a entry on reclaim, and man, once it reclaimed, the alerts started firing off, the market went crazy, and everybody celebrated, right? Let's get into pattern recognition really quick. This is what we call a stair stepping, right? It happens a lot on the 4 hour. Matter of fact, if you were to go back and study the market, when we have these sort of moves, we do what's called up, inside, up, pull back to cloud, inside, up, and you get the point. So we want to recognize this before the masses, right? So we already knew where to buy. Now we want to know, is this indeed going to be stair stepping? And if it is, let me go ahead and draw for you, because I love drawing. It would look something like this. It's a slow move up, something like this, and could be a fast move down. All right? No matter how you look at this, okay, this could be a channel, right? Like that. And you just kind of moving in here. All right? As long as we're holding in that channel, everything looks pretty good. All right? So this is SPY. This is the blueprint. Does anybody have any questions on this? Everybody, I've shown you plenty of times what we want to do here. You can see even ES, if you took this level there for a minute, you make a few points before the market opens. Cool. But I'm looking for something a lot bigger. But again, we could just be in a channel here. Okay? The green box here on Brock, what I did was I used some Fibonacci's from the move. All right, so I'd encourage you to do that. And because I'm on YouTube, I'm going to stay away from that just for a few minutes. But basically, I'm just going from the pivot here into here. And I'm taking into consideration the next thing that I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's go ahead. We are going to take off the clouds really quick. All right, and let's go ahead and put on our trendy edges. And there we go. All right, so what I did from here is from this move yesterday, I went ahead and measured that move, and then I applied trendy methodology to this. Okay, I found those two levels that I always teach you, and then I went ahead and included the yearly edge. Okay, it's a little wide, and to be quite honest with you, I would prefer that the box is only this wide because I want this edge here to work. Okay, I want that edge there to work. However, I came into the lower portion here, which includes probably about 50% of yesterday's move. Okay. All right, so the next thing here, we are going to move on, and let's go ahead and take a look at a few different names. Let's look at XLE, Energy. Looks pretty strong, right? So let's go to a bigger time frame really quick. Just like that. Looks pretty good. Week shaping up. We had a nice little pullback into support. I built this a long time ago. But my big focus when looking at XLE is the monthly or the quarterly. Folks, this is an inside and up. This is a beautiful chart. And from the chart that I gave you, I think a couple months ago, we're moving on to our next target here at 85.18. We're very close to that. All right. So we're at 82.44. 85.18. And then I would expect XLE to cool off around 93. This is more of a swing trade on this chart itself. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. There we go. So this is what we're looking for to the upside. I do think that we're a little bit extended here on the monthly. That's okay. We could stay that way for several weeks. And then when we go to the quarterly, we have extension or continuation candles. At some point right in here, this is definitely on the quarterly. I'm going to actually bring this down. And we're going to go right there. So let's retract what I just said. It's going to look like 85 by 90. So that's a nice little debit spread if you want to give it some time. And as of right now, support is at around 73. We can also move this support up. Give me 1 second. Let's figure that out real quick. So support can also be looked at as a stop, if you will. And I'm probably going to use the 23. Okay, so right there. So support now coming in at 75.57, and targets are going to be 85 by 90 if you like the call debit spread. Put credit spreads, I'd be selling, down here below the 75. Yeah, so everything looks pretty good. These are pinching, they're all pushing up. A lot of power going here into XLE. All right. All right, so what does that mean? Let's look at Oxy, OXY. All right, now this guy came back and rechecked the cloud on the quarterly. All right, now there's something really important here. It's called the inside and down, and that video is on my YouTube page. This is for members and anybody else that may be watching. You need to go watch it. The inside and down right here is an issue. All right, see, it's an issue. However, once we start to break into that issue of supply, then as long as we're holding that lower level, then we stay long. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So if I put a box on this, and let's just make sure I got it right. So it's about right there. And I put you a nice little line here, which by the way happens to be the future edge. We're going to put that as support. And as long as price is holding above 59.79, we're at 61, so basically this is your risk. We are looking to move up towards the back of this box. Okay, so right here, let's make that a target, 69.41. Okay, see how this is going? There's noises right there on my auto alert, so it looks like I got some kind of auto alert here coming up. And our next target would be 80.29. And let's see, that auto alert is a SPY sell signal before the open. There we go. All right, so Oxy, we're going to put this in there. And again, as long as we bid above this 59.79, I like it to the backside there. All right, now far as today's action, it's more of an intraday. Okay, after we've digested, what do you want to do? Right? That's what it comes down to. What do you want to do? So far, I feel really smart for getting rid of most of my positions yesterday right before close. Now, I did two different things that I want to go over with you. And then, Brock, I'm going to answer your question here shortly, man. But we, for for the SPY, what I did is I went out and bought some longer term calls that were way out of the money. The delta was really low. Because I figured we might digest, but just in the event that we didn't and we continue to move up, I wasn't willing to pay up a lot of premium. Now, don't forget, we also had SPY put butterflies. And what I did before the close is I bought back the middle. I bought back the middle. So if this thing starts dumping, guess what? I get paid. Okay? And those expire tomorrow on Friday. We're also short home builders, XPH. Okay? Hey, Ash. Let's go over here. Sorry, XHB. Apologize. Get my brain on this morning. Alright. Here we are. Now, I talked about this yesterday. We are coming into an area of support. Alright. We are going inside on the quarterly. If for some reason we start to break above 66, and this position only down 8%, if this starts, and this is 330 days out, I believe, if for some reason we start to bid in this area, I'll probably end up letting it go and waiting for it to break back down before I get back in the trade. Basically, my focus is trying to be very impatient with losers. I would encourage you to be the same way. Okay? All right, so that is the XHB. We had several wins on Upstart yesterday, and so I decided at the very end of the day to go ahead and put on a butterfly, very low cost for a big reward if something were to happen there. So we're very happy with Upstart this week. Other than those charts that I just showed you, is there anything that you guys would like to see that I have not covered? Anything that you would like to see that I have not covered? What happened here? Calling it now. Myrna will go bankrupt. Man, it's funny that you say that, Jay, because Ashley's mom's boyfriend has been telling me that for months. Do you know that? It says the same thing about Pfizer. You guys must read the same articles, man. No? That's a good opinion, man. He's kind of explained to me why, but you wouldn't think so. So one of our family members worked for Pfizer. He was the guy that actually makes the medicine. He's super smart. He since has left. He's been gone for a while. But yeah, he's like, there's no way, man. They make so much money. Where was Myrna way back in the day? Were they like an $8 stock or something before all this took off? Let's look at that. That's an inside and down. We're making a higher low. Okay, and let's look at the monthly. We're going to really need to take out that low first. We are definitely in a pocket of demand here, guys. See this huge move up? That's a lot of demand. Where the demand come from, yeah, well, you get it. Nice little head and shoulders maybe, pop back up into the cloud. I would like that, kind of like the last time you called that, Jay. What did those push, man? It was like 2,000-3,000%, man. And that was a big trade. That wasn't like small contracts for 5 cents to 20 cents. Those were dollar bills. So maybe if we get a push up here, the next target would be down here towards 60s. Or maybe we could start already lining up for this zone here. I don't know. Anyways, we should talk. We should figure this one out. All right. All right, looks like some other things got hit. Let's go over here. We got 5 minutes to go. So again, focus today is just going to be ES and SPY until we start to feel a little bit more momentum in the market, maybe some cues. We'll go from there. Ooh, that's a nice thought there, Jay. Oh, really? T-Camp? That's your Your on has a bunch of puts on them. Okay. Maybe we'll do that, man. Let's come up with a cool play today, guys. I mean, seriously. I mean, a contract, maybe not pay, godly amounts of money, but I just think that sometimes it feels a little easy, to be honest with you, especially the way the chart looks. I feel like you definitely need to buy some time, though. All right, guys, so shop is broke down below the low here. You guys see that? Holy hell. What about the people that bought up here? We have a video out there on topping wicks. It is, I think it's one of probably, that video should be viral. If you just know how to identify topping wicks, and it's not easy, as soon as you see it, stay away. Stay away unless price breaks over the high, okay? In many, many cases, it's going to save you a lot of money, all right, especially in this event. See ya. All right, so we had a buy zone here where shop came into. That zone itself has a reach of $301. That's the bottom of the box, guys, down here, okay? Actually, we could take two zones into play. It's going to be right there. You don't like shop, look for it to come down into the 300 level. I would not personally touch shop unless it can break above 526. That's just me, okay? Thanks, Austin, for putting that video in there. All right, so good luck to everybody. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Like I said this morning, I will be drinking tequila tonight. I will be taking part in some festivities. We are having some parties tonight as well. And it is beautiful outside. And I may be taking some people out on jet skis today. So in saying that, right before let's look at the live beach report and see what it looks like here. That's right, man. You should come here. I encourage you to come here. Now, it's saying yellow flag. Okay. Look at that beautiful water. Anybody that's thinking about coming here, these beaches are just amazing. Woo. A little grainy. So typically, what we like to see is this. There you go. That's what it looks like. This is where I come in, right back here, guys. So I live right back here, and I come through, and I can come, we go fishing back out in this area here. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And let's go to 5 minute. We're going to watch what we call the PMZ, or the pre-market zone. Okay, we're at the green box. We are getting sell signals. I told you that a few minutes ago off your Trendy Auto alerts. And they are making you money if you're taking those. And let's go ahead and give me 1 second here. Remember, it's in there, but it's not doing anything. So you just sit here and you wait. You wait patiently. Yes, sir. It was the spread that I bought the short back from Austin. The whole thing itself was a low probability trade, but I had to buy it back just in case. Also, Austin, I don't know if you heard me. So I had SPY butterfly puts on, and I bought the body back just in case some shit like this happened. So it's my hedge. So if you think about it, I bought the spreads. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. I bought the put butterflies for 37 cents, and I can get rid of one of the puts right now for $70. So I've already paid for my cost. I'm actually going to put stops on those right now. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys a picture. That'd be sick if they went in the money. Let's go. Should get stopped out right here. Not yet. That's what it looks like, guys. So I went ahead and put it in the room. All that SPY hedge. And it just stopped me there. This was outer wing. The SPY. The things I do to make money. Wasn't that Airbnb close to 160? Austin? Yesterday? The price? It's filling it, man. It's filling it. Let's see if we can start to go bid in here, though. So what I'll be looking for is a buy signal to come in somewhere around here. Okay? Let me know if you guys see anything else that's going on. I'm definitely, checking things out. Shop's down. Let's go over here to shop just really quick. We should try to maybe short shop down into 300. Is that possible? Or is that ridiculous? Is that ridiculous? Man, they're just getting hammered. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna heat up my coffee real quick. I was trying to look for a butterfly to the downside on shop, but a little bit of kind of expensive. Trying to get like a stink bid on these put butterflies. I definitely think we could see 300 if shop can't break above this edge up here. Notice that the edge is resistance right now. Let's go back over here and look at SPY. So I have a put butterfly in there. I don't want to go too close. Alright, so buyers trying to come in. We just had an auto alert. Give me 1 second. That was SPX alerts. I think 840. Yeah. It's not bad. It's 11-point stop. So what are you guys up to today? Ace, Jamar, Chimmy, Khan. What are you guys doing? Graphy, Jordan, Kamar, Imbull, Brock. What's going on, man? Brock, let me get. I'm gonna go off live here in a second and show you real fast. Underdog, nice to see you in here. Zaibatsu, WWT3D, baby. J, Choi, Tex, T Camp, T79, SM, Sketworth, Randy, P Money, Olong, Nick. We got to make some money, baby. So far, the green box is trying to hold up. Let's see what happens here, okay? Couple things going on. We are below the cloud. Okay, this is resistance, still proven otherwise. All right. Two different strategies sometimes if you're feeling like taking a trade to the upside when you're concerned is you can always do what's called a starter position, and you can go like a 1/4% into what you would typically do and not add until you can get over resistance. Another thing you could do that is a trick is you can just take off some of your indicators, right? And say to yourself, okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. So I'll take the cloud off just for a few seconds and show you. We have our PMZ that's building right above here, okay? Right here. PMZ is building right at this level. And a lot of people get confused, right? So I want to go long on a reclaim and with some buy signals, but if you have a PMZ there, then you need to increase this, and that's something we would know here at 425.39. So I could go small and then add over this box, add over the high, trim at the resistance, pull stops up, and then go to those other targets we talked about. Okay, that's an idea on the long side. Now, let's just say we don't even get over this level, we chop for a long time, and we come down towards the bottom of the box. Well, guess what? That's also a level, and this is somewhere that I'd be interested in going long as well. But again, need to see that we are going to flush it, then reclaim. So you just got to have a process on how you're trading. And I apologize, guys. This seat needs some work on it. I'm going to grab my other seat here. There we go. What? Your last day in Florida? Where are you? Are you by me and didn't say anything? And also, oh, that's far away. I have some friends down there, though. I heard Clearwater's really pretty, man. I've never actually been. Yeah. If you like something a little bit more like homey and down to earth, then you come to where I live. It's like you won't see any city around here. Let's see your gamma chart. Let's see, what do we got? Looks pretty good. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new. Alright, let's turn this into, let's see. So notice when the energy's leading and oil stocks and stuff like that are doing good, the market kind of sits back a little bit. See what that oxy's looking like.
They might, man. That'd be sick, huh? Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna open my blinds so I can see the water. I have my blinds down. Put on some of my scans here really quick and see what we got. Far as PMZ trades, oil futures right now in the zone. GM in the PMZ zone. UPS in the PMZ zone. Upstart in the USO and UPS. So good. The dollar. Dollar is bidding really strong, guys. So that's the issue as well. If we start to break down a little bit on the dollar at some point, I'll add into my long-term SPY calls. I want to be watching the advancers as well. So far what we've done is those put butterflies from yesterday. We bought back the body before the close, which left us naked on the puts, directional, and sold those for profits. And if you're still holding those are still looking good at 80 cents. Remember, the butterfly itself only costs 30 cents, so you're doing really well. Um, let's see. And other than that, XHB, we added to that short yesterday right before the close. It's 300 something days out, so it doesn't really move. We need like something significant. Um, and then Upstart, we got a butterfly that's just sitting there for tomorrow's expiration. And then everything else is just profits left over, which is just a couple trades. Very, very light. Let's see. Let's go to account statement for today and look up. Yeah. So we are sitting at 97% cash. And let's go ahead, let's set this up really quick so we can watch. Tesla, what a great trade by us. We sold perfectly yesterday. Um, and if you like this, I think, 890 could be a target. If we can't find some buyers out here. So I'm going to pull up the advancers one more time over here on the left hand side. Okay. And you can see after yesterday's big move right there. There we are, way down there. See, that's us right here. That's the advancers. So we are in an area, so you should have these annotated. So if I come over to say like the daily, we are in an area where you sell the rip. All right. And that's why we have this annotated on the chart here. All right. Let's take this into a smaller time frame. You want this from 2 to 5 minutes. You want to see that the market's advancing very quickly. Why is it not letting me go shorter? I know this thing could go shorter, right? There we go. Nice, very good job, Brock. So we put this right here. We're just gonna watch these. I'm focused right here. Boom. Let's buy back down into the edges here at the bottom end of the target. Bulls, you really need to hold this area. Or yesterday it was just lies. And even the wing, the other wing is starting to gain some value here, guys. Especially especially if we tank. This would probably end up going like 10x or something. I mean, XHB almost gave back the entire run of yesterday. And your sell signals that have been coming in, guys. So we had a SPX trade alert this morning. That's going to be making you a lot of money. And then over here on auto trades, same thing. Future trades, all of these auto alerts kicking off for these moves down. I built them so that they have a stop to make you a little bit more comfortable. Oil's bidding at 280, so I have absolutely done nothing but trim some of the SPY puts there. Let's see, what do we have on earnings coming up? Give me 1 second here. See if there's anything that I want to trade into earnings. We had a good trade yesterday on Disney too. That was nice. Tesla might get interesting down here. See, we came up, we hit T1, T2, T3, we hit the edge. Same thing on the Qs. Coming all the way back to the cloud. Let's go to the bigger picture real quick. This might help us out. I feel like the dollar's starting to slow down a little bit. So let's keep our eye on the advancers here. And let's go ahead and pull up a um, put up the VIX. Above 27. Amazon definitely gave it all back. But Twitter's up. see if volatility can slow down at 27.66, and that will give us about 420 on. Man, those four 12 puts went all the way to a dollar, guys. We bought the spread itself at 35 cents. Yeah, so Jimmy, I was talking about that earlier, 890. I don't know if you heard me or not. There's not a whole lot I need to do though. I feel like positioned well if we were to get some sort of big drop or something. I'll actually add into my spike calls though if we start bidding down by support again. Is SPXS? That's those are the shares dip, right? And when the market pulls back, they go up. I bought some of those way back in the day that my buddy was referred me to. I thought that was kind of cool because they're inexpensive. Yeah. Where is Mike? You guys ever notice on big days up, Mike's missing? So yesterday, he's gone. I think he just doesn't like big days up. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people. Maybe he was super short or something. Hopefully not. I tell you what, though, the 100-point swings are a doozy, aren't they? I mean, really, what you should be doing at the end of the day, if we're down 100 points, buy the next day $10 out of the money, man, at the bottoms. You know, as we're approaching, so we're getting close to 100. Try to buy $10 out of the money on the opposite side if they're cheap. It's just a trade. Apple X dividend day is 6 May. Need to go higher time frame just real quick. Let's go back to that ES chart. Wait for the green box. This is setting up to be a very nice V trajectory, um, like a snapback. I love this kind of velocity down, man. These are delta. Um, I'm gonna add one here. I tried to, anyways. There you go. That'll be my last ad for the long-term SPY. That way, just in case we dump, I'm not putting a crazy amount of money in here. just want to see Shop dump another 100 points. That'd be a huge, huge win. Oh yeah, for sure, man. 100%. Give it right back. But you know what else? These 100 pullbacks, even in a day, can go positive. That's the crazy thing. So in my mind, you rip the shit out of it, and just right before everybody starts getting convinced is when they start buying. Right? It's very difficult to buy on a big pullback, but a lot of them will buy right before the close, and then they dump this to get people out. And I mean, by 1 o'clock today, man, it could all be back. Ace, you should be taking those signals that are in the room, man. You'd have been short this morning and already up huge. Some of you guys should try that. Seriously, just ignore me and just trade the auto alerts and see how it works out for you. Or pull up a paper trade account. Next to open up your account, open up a paper trade, and start taking some of them. And tell me how you do. Just do exactly what it says. Where it says it entered, try your best to get in where it enters, and put the stop where it says, and just keep going. I'm gonna go say hi to Ashley real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'm not missing much here.
Hey guys, sorry about that. So we're back at that 160 level, which is really interesting, right? GS. Mike was calling that out several days ago and said if we got above that, it was bullish, which it was. Now I wonder, does that reverse, or the Nasdaq or the Qs are sitting at the ME trying to bid, and then I think, yeah, we're trying to bid on the SPY. So I wonder if Apple stays at 160, reject volatility here. The dollar, let's check out the dollar, starts to reject. Let's see. Yeah, up here at the edge. Let's see what happens. Tesla, you're working on a double inside and down. We should see 890 if it could flush here. The shop was a lotto. Anybody in here should know that. That's like so far out of the money. But man, I just want somebody in here to trade the auto trades. We're setting the auto trades up to actually trade our account. So that's coming soon. It should be after BZ gets back from Greece. So they're different in the fact that they have a stop that I have programmed in there according to like levels and stuff like that, and different time frames. Yeah. So the stops, I really tried my hardest to figure out what would make the most sense. But again, you have to do the math and go, okay, this is okay for my tolerance, or it's not. There you go, man. I just hope it's not one of those days where it's like, shit, man, if I held, I would have made 3,000%. Good job, guys. Good, man. That's what I'd love to hear. That, like, even like just saying that, right? Oh, I should have made this kind of turns on like a negative spout, right? And like things just get weird. So we're here to support each other, right? Because I could do it too, man. So see this on the right hand corner, we have the dollar. So I'm gonna write this in. That's what I'm gonna do. The dollar. So everybody knows. We want to be watching this stuff today, okay? The old mighty greenback. Is that what it's called? No, let's just make it white. The dollar. Alright, SPY. Oops. I'm going to take this. We're underneath support on the SPY. The only thing we've been getting are sell signals, guys, here in the trendy room. So just know that. I do think we're coming into resistance, though, on the dollar. Volatility is here. Let's go ahead and put that here so you can see that. Anybody know, are the advancers on TV? Notice how they're resisting into a trendy level there. I think we could push to 28.91 though, so let's give it a second. Scare some folks. Holy cow! our 404 puts from our butterfly after we broke off. Put it, guys, check this out. That was the coolest like trade on the butterflies. Anybody listening, follow me on those butterflies yesterday and buy back your body. And now you have just the put sides. Those puts on the 412s are $1.90. All right, you paid 30 cents for the butterflies. They're at $1.90, and the other side is at 55. We've already sold for 60 plus 50 now. That's over 200%. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. All right, so once volatility hits right in here, I'm going to go ahead and put my stops in on the rest of these puts. So let's wait for volatility to punch up into the edge. So let me ask a question without sounding like when we look at negatives. Somebody explain to me when we look at the negatives, or the internals. Sorry, the internals, and the market is going down. Are the internals 99% of the time negative? I'm curious. So when somebody says, so what I notice is when the market is going down, people say the internals are negative. Are they ever not negative when the market is going down? Okay, that's my point. There's Mike. I knew he'd pop up on a day like today. Alright, guys, I have my stops in on my other body of the butterfly. Or sorry, not the other body, the other wing. Got you. Okay, Jay, that makes sense. Understood. Well, if you guys think about it, that's what divergence is. Okay? Divergence, depending on, and I don't think any of you guys actually subscribe to divergence, all right? But it's looking at a lot of different factors. It takes in all these stuff that like Mike talks about, dark pools, volume, and basically when price is pulling back, you could tell when institutions are loading up. Okay? I like to see divergence coming into trendy edges. All right, guys, so we just closed. So we made profits on that butterfly, and we did it perfectly. Man. So we paid yesterday if I can find it. So on the spread side, on that butterfly, we paid, give me 1 second, it was towards the end of the day, we paid 37 cents. Okay? Then we paid 37 cents. And sold one wing for 64 cents. And it went up to $1.80. A little premature there. And 49. So that is a total, right? We got $1.13 and we paid $1.37. Okay? That was a 205% increase. By the way, Tesla looks like it wants that target I gave you guys, so congratulations on those shorts there.
That was pretty cool, man. I should have let that other spy run, though, huh? Oh well. Let me see. Do we have targets? Is there something on here that has a picture of a target? Now, if I could just get shopped down $100, I'm gonna get paid. I don't think it'll happen though. They're not that cruel. I don't see something that looks like a target. Oh, you know what? I can use the Fibonacci arch. Right there. Boom. So right now, this is the target. Let's make that a little bit smaller though. Yeah, this one's not as pretty as the... Maybe don't show them. Maybe it just takes away the numbers. Oh, there we go. Man, I'm good. This is our target, guys. Boom. Alright, can we make it a little bit smaller? There we go. There's your target for volatility. The dollar I'd like to see start to break down, but it could pop into 103.58. And then we have Tesla coming down to its 890 target that we had. Currently, ES futures down about 107 points. The Dow is down 640. The ratios are off big time. We should see a pop here soon, guys. So that means I got rid of my SPY puts, but I am short the housing. Let's go here. Just want to check it. So my... oh man, I keep writing this backwards. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm surprised I haven't got filled on my ad yesterday. They're being really greedy with this.
If you guys didn't hear me the other day, you should really watch the movie Pumped Up. It's about the Uber CEO. Very good. Very, very good. What did I add yesterday into? Pelosi. Okay, what'd you say, Mike? Let's see. What was Mike saying? Morning. So the 50% rule in effect. Come on, man. What's 50% rule? Huh? This isn't the strat room. Took a just messing with you, man. Took a 4200 SPX 59 yesterday, 30 minutes before. Closed around 42.80. Drew down 1000, but now I closed for 100%. My timing was a bit off. Yeah, you could be off for that, man. No big deal. I don't know. It's all hindsight. It can't be trusted. Yeah, it can. We made money on the whole way up. Sheesh. Sold for 100%, 300%. That's why you use trendy targets, man. Let's see. Pelosi, definitely. Not one mention, man. Not one mention. Crazy. What do we add up here on the swing side? On 255. Got him. So weird. Hmm. Oh my god, look at Microsoft. Puke City, man. Looking for the trendy edge. Oh yeah. Hit my resistance and down she went. Don't worry. Probably won't get any worse than this. 227, you say? Don't make me. The lower YE, let's do it. Oh, hey, before I jump off, Jay, because I'm probably going to hit the water today, man. It's one of those days where, you know, little digestion, don't need to overtrade. I have not executed a trade yet, only sold. And Microsoft. Let's look at Myrna, okay, man? Let's do Myrna. On what? On Myrna? He's now on audio. Okay. Let's look at this Myrna shit. Ay, ay, ay. Also at the bottom of the YE. Let's go monthly. I mean, it's looking a little dangerous, but we're talking 80 by 70 trade Myrna. What do we go to? What do we go to? September? But you can't do the money thing with, that's okay. I can add. So I'm okay. But why? Why would this be here? It has to break down. It has to break down. We can't just go in haphazardly. You know? My friend doesn't want to hang out with me next door unless Ashley comes. So Ashley's out working. Him and his wife are going out. And I'm like, I could still go. You guys, you guys just ever have a friend like that? Where you're like, wait a minute. Do you not like me? They're very couple oriented though. So it's like, Good times, man. Good times, baby. Good times. And no balance, and I wish shop would go down with it, man. It might not give me that handle though. I guess those alerts were on fire, weren't they? Can we just take a moment to appreciate the alerts? Like, seriously. These things are like money, man. And I think what's happening is maybe they're being ignored at the wrong times, baby. Just give us a crash, man. Get this shit over with. Seriously. Right? Who's with me? I want to go out on the jet ski. It's a beautiful day. Let's see. Oh, yeah. 277 is the price here. Yeah, man. Remember last time you did it, we made like 2,000%. I think $2,000 or $3,000 position would have turned into 100,000 or something. Your account's down 50%? What are you talking about? You are so full of it, dude. Alright, I gotta jump off the screen for a few minutes, guys. Please don't leave me. Don't get quiet. Just hang out. We gotta process. Let it all come in. And if we start to capitulate, I will be back. I need to talk to Ben for a few minutes. Ben took the ES alerts. He's trading them. And he's just let me know that he's made 88 points on the ES, guys. If you do the math and do not understand, that is $50 a point. Let's go ahead and pull out the calculator really quick. 88 times 50. That's $4,400 a contract. Not bad, right? Get the old hedge fund rolling. Let's see. See what we got here. I'm going to jump off real quick. Hey, what's up, homies? Not much, man. I'm going to open up my blinds. I got them closed. I need to look. I need to look. I need to look at the water. You know, just take it all in. Hopefully, you guys are all doing good this morning. Good morning. We're we're just chilling, man. I haven't executed a trade, but I did have a badass trade. I did the spy put butterflies on the close. Bought back the bought back the body before the close. Sorry, and then sold the wings this morning. I sold way too early, man. Like one of the wings actually went. I only paid 35 cents for these things, but one of the wings went all the way over $2 now, and then the other wings over $1 now. Which that's a big percentage gain, you know. Oh, dude. Yeah. The the yeah. I liked it while it lasted. Yeah, yeah. Mm, yeah. It was. I mean, for me, it was fun. I bought when I said I'd buy. Things worked out really well. I sold almost everything before the close, and you know, came in like very cash heavy. Um, I just, my thing, man, it's like, fuck, just give us a capitulation event, dude. Like, it's just so drawn out. I'm so over it. I don't care. We're making money either direction, but just give me something, man. And and listen, if you guys don't like Trump, I apologize before I say this. It's not political, but I do miss the tweets. Okay, so when the market was going down, we could always rely on some bullish tweet that saved the market and it made people feel better. This is a different environment. The market just keeps going down, and there is nobody in your corner. That's what if that's yes. That's the only thing that I'm seeing. Is that Brittany? Yeah. Is that how you feel this morning? Oh man, what's up, dude? Yeah, man. Not a man. I'm on my fifth line of cocaine, and no, I'm just kidding, guys. It's a beautiful day. So I'm actually getting ready to probably jump on the water soon, man. This is a beach trade in the making. My only fear is that we find support and rip 100 points again. You know? Yeah, 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 yeah. Here, there you go. Get ready, guys. So let's put things in perspective. How many points did we go up yesterday? 150? Oh, 115. Okay, guys. So, see, it's not that bad. We're only down like 14 points right now. Yeah, yeah, for sure. It does, man. And you brought it up before, Ben, and John Carter was saying the same thing, man. When I was listening on one of his sessions, he said, in a sense, we have capitulated. Many things have capitulated. It's just a different form of capitulation, if you will. A lot of stocks have capitulated. Hmm. Right. Eh, Yeah, and some of these things, man. So, kind of off subject here. Like, I noticed Amazon yesterday was weak. right? There's like it hardly did anything, man. It's down another 165. I don't really look too much into this besides the fact that my personal opinion, it wants 2,000, and with a 20 to 1, that's $100 stock. That's just this is what I think. I would love to pin this thing at 2,000 for their, but I don't know the date. Do you happen to know it? So yeah, so we still have so much time before that. And I'll tell you guys, I'm old enough to tell you when I was trading Amazon back in the day, recklessly as I was driving into work and things like that. I remember like literally you could buy 20, $30 out of the money, and it was like pennies. I miss those days, dude. And if we get back to a lower stock price in Amazon and some momentum comes back in the company, it just makes it so much fun. You don't have to pay $7,000 for it at the money call. Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Let's see. So my auto alerts have been going off all morning, dude, to go short, like every single one of them. ES, SPX, Spy. It's like, jeez. Let's see here. I don't know if you saw my butterfly I put on shop. That's a freaking lotto and a half. But I would love to see this thing plummet towards 290. Yeah, I mean that is a good target on a quarterly chart. Right. Yep. All right, guys. If you can, I'm gonna roll. No, not to you guys. Sorry. Oh, I was talking to the federale. My wife. No, I'm just kidding. So we were, I've had a couple people. I wonder what your room thinks about this, guys and gals that are listening. But we had some people in our room who think, and in my personal life, who think Myrna is going bankrupt. What do you guys think about that? Yep. Yeah. 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 Remember the last time we shorted Myrna? What did we get? What was the thousands of percent on that trade? That was insane. You know, it was a crazy. You know, that was like one of those. If you put 2 grand in, you made 100,000 or some shit. And so the same guy that gave me that idea in my room is saying he thinks it's going basically all the way back to pre levels. And I mean, I see a head and shoulder here on the quarter. It looks like it needs to pop first before I'd get serious. But if you think that it just capitulates down to the next level of interest, then I'm looking at 70. And so I went out quite a ways on Myrna. I think I was targeting September and looking at somewhere between the 100s and the 65. 65 is the lowest option on there. See, that's where, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like I want to scale in, get in. If they have a capitulation event, I make money. If they bounce, I'll just add into the long term. Kind of like I'm doing with the housing market. Huh? On the ES? Qs? Let's see, of this rally, we have moved back almost 6.18%, 41.50, 75, 41.50. Let's see if buyers step in there. If this, then that, man. I mean, they never could reclaim my levels, so I didn't do shit. I wanted them to come into the green box this morning and then reclaim above 42.45. And they just couldn't, so I left it alone. You know, I'm really regretting selling that 412 put. That was the wing on my butterfly. Those are going for over $3 now, dude. Jeez. I bought the butterflies for 30 cents. So Jay thinks, are you talking to, do you talk to Mike on the background? A little bit. Oh, okay. It's interesting. He's always missing on updates. Always. Always, always, always. Yeah, I think so. Alright. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, T Camp in my room talking about he went long during the only capitulation event in 2 years. Like, you gotta get out. Get out! I was long futures right when the whatchamacallit kicked off, COVID. Yeah, I got actually stuck in a contract, man. Just a little. Especially when you can't get out. If none of you guys went through COVID, let me tell you something. It is almost exciting, even if you're not making money. It's like a damn Super Bowl, man. It's like, oh man, that was so wild. Yeah. And what's crazy is what happens, the futures lock up, right? But if you go over to, let's just say that we're watching the ES or the NASDAQ, it locks up. But if you have your SPY and QQQ chart open, it's showing you that it just keeps going down. And then you're calculating, you're like, wait a minute, like SPY just dropped another $10, which means when the futures open, we're talking another 100 points. And it just kept doing that, right? Session after session, we were all like, holy smokes, man. But almost every single time, man, that I start feeling like we're about to get a capitulation event, it's time to buy the dip. Almost every time. Right now is where, I feel like we maybe, just maybe. Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess so. We're down 140 points. You know what's interesting is the Dow Jones. I mean, I think that's kind of a weak sell off, bro. It needs, I mean, if we're looking at 150 on the ES, we got 500 more points to go on the Dow. So the ratios are way off. This tells me we could really do something fun. For anybody thinking about puts that's not in puts, it might be the wrong time. But I can tell you this too: if we get a real capitulation, it's not easy to get out. I've been there, done that as well. Your bid and ask will open up really big, and if you're greedy, you won't. Yeah, it'll jump around. Yeah. One thing I will say though is if you don't have any sort of protection on, I mean, it's kind of one of those. What you pay is your risk, because you could be totally wrong, and then we fucking go 100 points up, you know. But it is nice to know you have something if that event comes. See if the 618 holds though, man. It's trying. The level's 4150.75 on ES. Capitulation event. If it were to happen, Ben, is why I took that trade that you saw. I mean, it reminds me of the last one that we took. The bid and ask could go nuts there. It's $40 out of the money. $40 ain't shit though on Myrna. So a day.
I'll be right back then. Probably a good call, anyways, on today, and I agree with you about tomorrow, man. So, are you free tomorrow? Okay, cool.
So far, the 618's holding, man. Small little flush and then reclaim. See if it's real or not. Came into previous lows here on several different candles. So a little support line. Um, yeah. It's the 2 hour that presented one, two, three, four, the inside and down, and then another one. Maybe let me look at the 3 hour really quick. Mm-mm. The reason why I want to find these is because if we get a pop, that'll be the next supply zone. Well, I'm going to move that down right there. Mm-hmm. That golden Fibonacci level is usually pretty solid. Oh, yeah. Throw it in the trash. Put this update in here and see. I'm going to put this my room. It's not a real down day unless we see about 200 points. That'd be pretty incredible. I saw one of the guys that runs another service. Sounds like he lost a ton of money today, man. Not gonna say his name, but I commented on his Twitter post. It's like, sorry to hear that. You know, nah, not easy for a lot of people, man. I mean, if you didn't buy yesterday and you waited till right towards the end of the day to buy, I mean, God, you know, it's just one of those lessons I feel like you have to learn. You know, I mean, dude, yeah. Well, you're smart and you've been doing this a long time, but like for new people, they have to learn. They have to, you know, because well, yeah, well, seeing it and doing it, just my opinion, I feel like you have to do it. And I don't mean like you have to do it just to get your ass whooped. Most traders are going to do it at some point in their career. It takes a few times and then it starts to set in. And when they see it, they're like, I'll wait. I'll just wait for it tomorrow. Right? And I think most of us are there. Right? Well, I know you and I are. Yeah. Hmm. So the key here is on this move up, taking the pivot high of today. Let me find out. I'll get. I don't want to take yesterday's move up. I want to take today's pivot, come down to the low of today, and if they can't bid this above 0.236, it's it's gonna flush. So if they can bid it above 41.80, then they have you know a potential of a 4200 today. What is it? What if this was like became very normal, like 100 point swings? I mean, we are evolving. You know, when I first started trading futures, it was like 4 to 8 points a night. Yeah. Hmm. Cinco de Mayo, Ben. I'm looking for tequila here in a few minutes. Need something smooth. Something really smooth. Oh my. Oh, really? Who? Oh. Thought you were going to say Caleb. We got the long crew over the house. I was wondering what happened to them, man. I came back from my little vacation and the grass was like, it looked like a jungle. I'm like, did we get a bunch of rain or something? But man, you know, Florida during this time of year, everything's growing so fast, man. Bunch of weed. We have so much in our backyard, man. It literally looks like a botanical forest, man. There's just they overdid it. Whoever like my wife and I are planting stuff too, but we have like hibiscus, um, we have jasmine everywhere, which is super cool. Um, yeah, I know, right? They work. Oh, dude. Here, let me show you. Um, well, I'm trying, dude, but my iPhone has been doing this shit. I haven't seen this in years, where like it's saying, "Oh, my stuff's full," so I got to go in and like delete pictures and apps, and it's kind of messed up because I paid the whatever to have unlimited, so it's obviously not unlimited. It's really frustrating. That's what I thought, but I think mine's at the same, Chaz, and it's like full, man. It could be the fact I have like 8,000 pictures. Is that a lot? Really? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Is that what you're looking for? It's looking pretty ugly, man. Yeah, I saw your alert, man. That was awesome, dude. And then you pulled up your stops or whatever. Smart way to play this market, man. Fuck this, man. It's got a 40-50 today. Another 10. Let's see. If we get a capitulation, we could go down 20 bucks. So, 10, 20. So it's a 7%. We need 7% for an actual scare the shit out of people. So where are we at right now? Anybody know? Sorry, I don't have it off the top of my head.
We're now we're getting we're almost 5% on Qs here.
Are we?
Yeah, we're at 4.84% on the Qs. I have a lot of names that are down bad. Baba's down 6.5. CRM's over 7. PayPal's down over 7. CCL's at 7. Tesla's at 7. There's a lot of names down big. Rivian Spy at 4,000.
Okay, that's right around the corner.
The Qs are a little closer to it.
Let's see. Austin looked it up earlier. He said I had to look at the circuit breaker trigger. It's 7%. Not saying it's happening, but just noting. But we're at 5. Okay, cool. So
Yeah, Bobby just said 7% on ES is 39.94. Thanks, Bobby.
yeah, we might as well maybe go for that.
Dang it. When's the last time we had one of those? Goodness.
COVID. You talking about when we had a scare?
Well, no, yeah, where we actually got that limit down.
Yeah, and they are right here.
Qs now at 5%.
I don't know if they'll do it, man. It's like a dream. It's like a dream. If I could,
Is it right?
I'll join.
Oh, small caps are at 5% too? IWM getting crushed with Qs? Ooh, I'm just going to finish my juice and watch the play. I'm drinking green juice. I was trying to help the market and it ain't working.
Is that the stuff from like TikTok?
What?
The green juice or whatever?
Oh, no, there's like a juice bar by my house and I normally just make my own.
Got
So
it.
I don't do like the actual green juice is terrible. It's fucking disgusting. It's like spinach and like there's no good taste in it.
Mm,
So this one is green apple, cucumber, kale, lemon, and ginger, and pineapple. So the green apple and the pineapple kind of overpower, so it actually doesn't taste like shit.
got it.
These are over 5% now.
Good. Let's do it. I'm tired of it.
564. Four eighty. Actually, I'm gonna take. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take the dog for a walk.
Later. Come on, Myrna. Drop like 50. I took the butterfly lotto on shop for the downside, and it literally won't budge. And the market's like just drops so much. Why would you stay still during this event? Like, die. For anybody looking for like some sort of relaxation, I am listening to focus music. It really helps. Or you can go the complete opposite and listen to some Metallica. Let's see what my boy over here. Well, the dollar. Oh, sorry, that's volatility. Holy balls! I had a target up here. Looks like we're gonna have to move this bad boy. I should have took that short on Tesla this morning. I told the guys in the room 890, but it is what it is. Was that for your house, Chaz? Must be. Is that what that is? Yeah, Century 21. I see it. Let's see a spike, baby. A spike in fear. Stop being a baby. Let's go. So one of my buddies that ran like $1 billion fund just told me, he's not worried about a crash or talk about capitulation until we can push over 40 on the VXX. What do you think about that, Ben? That's a long ways to go. Jesus. Make the bleeding stop. Yeah. We'll see. See, VIX is hitting the ME right now, 32.54. Curious to see if we get a pullback there. It's only 11. 2.5 hours later. Still feels the same. Pretty slow. Yeah, let's go over here and look at XHB. Sorry, I'm talking to myself, guys. I'm short this thing. I need to see if I can get under the yearly edge. It's still got a long ways to go. I need it under 59. I just don't know if we get there or not. Has there been an impact on like NFTs and that whole space because of the market, or no? Or does it just continue to do well? Anybody know?
Trade volumes have slowed down. There's like a copy sale for Bitcoin this morning because of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. I won't say any names, but my buddy, man, he opened up a service. And it's been very difficult for him. I mean, the project was supposed to probably, bring in like $3 million, and it was doing okay, and then it just completely got hammered. Oh yeah, big time. Like I don't understand any of it, but basically, at one point, it was worth a lot, just like the stock market, and now is worth like nothing. It's been kicked in the teeth big time. I just feel bad, and I remember like saying it out loud too that I didn't think it was like this standalone thing. It felt like almost like an avert try to get people to like not see the reality of things, and so this NFT thing hit. It gave different focus, and it ran a little bit harder while the market was pulling back. So it made you feel like it's a safe haven. It's safe, like. And now all of a sudden, I'm seeing a lot of different stories on it. You know, I've just been a big believer. If the market's going down, nothing does well, except for puts. So I never myself have never put any money into NFTs. You could buy dirt. You ever heard that song? It's a country song. Yeah. So when we were driving out to Tallahassee, or sorry, not Tallahassee, Jacksonville, just outside of once you go over Garcon Bridge and start headed west, probably about 10 miles or so, there's like some subdivisions and stuff going out there, man. I thought, if this place expands and they start building out, and if you think like this is more or less the hub, like Pensacola, Gulf Breeze area, is like a hub, and then the city starts to expand out, I would love to be buying land out towards that way. And I see a lot of RV parks out that way as well. And they have like inlets and intercoastal kind of vibe to it. So what you watching here, Ben? What you got going on, man?
Some names, looking at some flow, looking at some levels. Just want to see a lot of stuff I really love right now. This is off for a couple of customers right here.
You got volume under there, right at the monthly edge on Microsoft. I'd imagine. Yeah.
Like right there. Break the call a little bit.
Yeah. I got support at 266.38. Could definitely be a bounce area though. Golly, man. Check out coin on the monthly, man. It's just like, wow. Oh, let's see. Let's get this all the way down to here.